This is the 102 of basically how you can start thinking about creating your own viral marketing content. Start getting some inspiration. Start planning out some campaigns. Try something. You know, I can't remember which president it was, but that was one of his most famous sayings: is try something. And even if it doesn't work, try something else. But try something. You know, don't sit back and go, well, I don't have time, or I don't think it'll work. Not everything's going to work, guys, gals. I want to make sure I get everybody in there. Not everything's going to work. It's okay. You have to try something. As you try it and you begin, and talk with your customers too. What do they find funny? What do they find cool? What's epic to them? You know, talk to them. Get into their heads. Get into your own head. Start thinking about what's cool to pass around. Okay? Comes back to our key message. PlumCube makes viral marketing easier. So when you do this, make sure you plan it out, set it up, and deliver. It's one of those things that Seth Godin says in Linchpin, ship, S-H-I-P as in Pierre. Ship it out, get it out the door. You know, make something happen. Okay, so now we can start talking about how to deliver this thing. Technology, I said as in the beginning, has been headed out towards the 3D realm. Some of you have probably even seen it already. I know that medical facilities are doing the 3D, what do they call those, sound mapping for babies' ultrasounds. They're even making 3D models of it, and you're seeing 3D in a lot of different verticals, okay? Everybody knows apps where everything's headed. Now, tech tools are changing the way marketing is being done. I mean, I showed you a free marketing tool, and in the past you had to go hire a pro. Now you can go figure it out yourself. New programming is creating new rules. Technology is changing very quickly. So even if you're a pizza shop, you got to do something to keep up with it. And I know a lot of friends of ours around here that have small little places. You know, they're on Yelp, or they have their little, you know, Foursquare location. And okay, those have been around for a while. And I ask them about some of the new stuff that's out there, and they look at me with this, you know, deer in the headlights look, and I'm like, dude, you're going to miss out on all the new kids that should be coming here. So what are you doing to keep up with it? Those last two questions are going right into what we're going to talk about next, which is the Plum Cube. Okay, you want to get ahead of it, you want to get ahead of your competition, and you want to really be able to set yourself apart. This is how it works. It's the latest viral marketing tech tool at the forefront of 3D tech. Okay, Josh and I laugh about it so much because we look at it and you go, this is so cool because you can play with this thing on the screen, you can play with it on a tablet, you can play with it on the phone. It's something fun to play with. It's 3D, and it's easy to use. And just wait, when the sucker comes out where they're starting to have holograms coming out of your phone and out of your tablet, guess who's going to be right in front of it? PlumCube. Okay, it's created to give any business the ability to spread their message and have it go viral. Because you can text it, you can email it, you can socially share it right from the cube. Okay? You send it out, and remember we were talking about that ripple effect. You send it off to your database, they send it off to their database, whether it's their friends or it's their clients. And they'll happily send it on. I mean, we've got stories, you know, I have my story of talking with a car dealership, their internet director for the whole valley of Las Vegas. He sat and he was looking at it, and he looked up at his computer. He goes, you know, I have all these apps for productivity. I said, yeah, you're quite efficient. He goes, yeah, but I have nothing to have fun with. And he points at my phone and he goes, that's fun. You know, if I sent that out to the young kids that come in here and are usually scared out of their wits because it's a car dealership, that would probably change their view of this dealership, or any of the dealerships for that matter, because that's fun. They would be able to have fun with that. Heck, they might even start thinking this place is fun to be. I said, you know what, I got you. Joshua has another story, you know, on the other side of the spectrum. This isn't just the young ones that like this. Our seniors love this too. His mom and dad, my mom, they're like in their 70s. And they just sit there and they just look at it and they keep messing with it. I think it was Joshua's mom that made the comment, I just want to play with this thing. This thing's cool. So it's fun, it's cool, and it's something that they would pass on to somebody else. Wait till you see what this thing can do. It actually ends up looking like a 6-web page website. It's got about 15 widgets on it. Okay, I've highlighted some of the big ones. You know, multiple images, audio, videos, RSS feeds. You can do e-commerce through this. Click to call and click to email, which is real important for those who want immediate response, lead generation. And then there's a multimedia widget. And that thing guys, that thing alone can just make your cube pop big time. Okay, and there's a lot more coming. At present, this cube is what we would consider an MVP, minimum viable product, and it works this well already. We're only at about 20% of what this thing's going to be in the future. Okay, graphics are HD capable. Just as a point of reference, the background's 1200 width and the height is up to you, and the cube in and of itself is 600 by 600, so it's all in HD. It can look really hot. Mike, you're going to show them yours, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, cool. That's going to be awesome. In fact, yeah, when we talked with Mike and Jim, we said, hey, you guys are going to have to create one, and Mike shot me his link today, and I popped it open, and I went, holy cow, are you kidding me? This is awesome. Mike, why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about your experience with setting this cube up?
Yeah, and literally, just to let everybody know, I did set this up tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yesterday. Talked in the future.
It's all good, brother. That's where we're headed.
That's right. But here's my cube, and it's the SEO Alien Cube. And when I first set it up, I thought, wow, I got this figured out. And then I started playing more in the back office, which I'm gonna show you a little bit more about it when in just a few minutes. But what's so cool about this, I've talked to several people about it, and I said, hey, have you seen my cube? And they're like, man, I was playing on that thing forever. I was just spinning it. Okay? Because you can grab it with your mouse, and you can just spin it, and it randomly lands on any one of these 6 cubes, on 6 sides of the cubes. The background that I have in here, let me give you a hint. If you Google whatever you like, maybe it's tropical, maybe it's space art, but you go to background images for your computer, you will come up with copyright or free images that you can use, and that's basically what I did for my background. I just went and looked for wallpaper. So wallpaper, you can download the wallpaper and you can use it wherever you want. That's a great idea.
I love
that. Jim Patterson, welcome. Yeah, well, Jim was the one that turned me on to that idea to get wallpapers, and I'm using it on a lot of different stuff. But that's the background. As far as the cube is concerned, people can click at the top here, and they can go to any cube, any side of the cube. And you might think, oh, wow, this really looks complicated to set up. Wait till you see the YouTube one. They click, it's not complicated, by the way. They click the YouTube. You can upload, as far as I know, unlimited YouTubes. And down the bottom, they can jump between whatever YouTube they want. So you can actually send this cube directly to people and say, watch our latest video. And you send them right to your cube. The other thing about the cube, which you can do, is add your Twitter feed. You can add your website feed. So here's my Twitter feed. If people click on it, which they will, it opens in a new window. It takes them, doesn't take them away from the cube. You can also have, let me jump around here to another part of the cube, you can have your website feed. So if you have a blog or you have an RSS feed, you can attach it to your cube. All right. Now I also added a footer, which is my company logo. You can add yours easy enough. I could also add a header. I didn't in this example, but it's real easy to do. So if you have company images already, just upload them. And the rest of it is what I'm so excited about, is how easy this thing is to use. So I'm going to log you into the actual back office of my cube, and you'll see the one cube that I have published, which is the one I just showed you. Well, this is how easy it is. The cube. So you'll see I have a cube here called the SEO Alien Cube. Well, what I do is I just click the edit button, and it pops me into what we would call the back office for the cube. Now I'm only touching the surface here. I'm going to go try to share as much as I can with you so you can see this and see how easy it is to work. But here's your different cubes. So here's the top part of the cube. Here's the front panel, the left panel, the right panel, the back panel, and the bottom panel. You can choose the color of your cube. Here's your cube settings. Cube SEO, yes, it has title tags, description, keywords to make it optimized for SEO. You can embed the cube on your website or a number of other locations. and then you have a cube title, which this is the SEO Alien Cube. Now, this is pretty simple. Let me go to the top pane. The top pane is the one where I just uploaded an image. I did this in like a Photoshop type editor. You don't need Photoshop. You can do it on any free one that's online. And I just put get your cube now by clicking here. And I'm going to talk to you about the affiliate program in a minute, but I just put my affiliate link in here, and anybody that sees this cube can click that, and boom, they go directly to the affiliate page. Now here's where you would select what you want to put in here. Now we have image and audio. So I have the image here. Did you know that I could also upload an audio? So I can even talk to people on here. All right, I have my Facebook page, Twitter page. You have PayPal. So if you want people to buy something, if you have a e-commerce, I know John Good, one of our customers, has a hot sauce business. Shoot, he could put hot sauce on here and have people buy hot sauce directly from his cube. Just while I'm speaking of that, some of the things that were coming to my mind were real estate. You know, put a property for sale on here. People can click it, and you can have an audio that talks about the house. People can spin the cube to contact you immediately. And the other thing is, you want that property to go viral, as Michael was talking about earlier. Well, heck, you just send this out to a few of your friends, and they're going to go, oh, look at this cube, and they're going to send it to their friends. They're going to send it to their friends. I'm telling you, this is going to work. Now, I hope you all can see this number right here, 492 views.
Already? Holy cow.
I published this cube late yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, but
that's still fast, man. That's awesome. That is smoking.
And Mike just does not have that big of a family.
No, I have one sister, and she was not going to click it that many times. But no, I mean, I looked at this morning and I had like 300. So just today I had 192 views. That is like, wow.
That is smoking. Hey, by the way, I wanted to interject real quick. Where it says help and that little orange button is, that little orange question mark right there, there's help videos in there too if you guys need help figuring it out. It'll show you what to do according to these widgets.
Well, that's, you know what, I'm glad you pointed that out, because
let me guess, you went and figured this out yourself, didn't you, Mike?
Yeah, it's kind of like asking for directions. I get lost first.
Hey, Mike, I got a really, really great idea. I think that you and I should make a cube.
A cube. This ought to be interesting. I'd like to see how that turns out.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. There's so, but you know, and Jim, that's funny because I mean, gosh, what I'm finding out here is there's really no limitation to this. I also found out from Jim earlier. I didn't pick this out. Evidently, you can upload PowerPoints. So
you didn't know that? I thought we told you. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe you did, but with everything, I just maybe forgot that part. But wow, in the multimedia, you can upload PowerPoints. Multiple images. So on one side of the cube, you could put several properties or several product. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, unbelievable. And listen, just to show you how easy this is, if you want to upload an image, you just simply click Upload an Image. And then you're going to select it from your hard drive. You title the image, okay? You put it into a gallery. If you need to create a new gallery, you do that. If you want that image to link to your website or any place online, you just simply add the link, and then you browse your hard drive for the image, and you upload it. And what I like about it, which makes this so cool, is it's not an off-size image. It's 600 by 600. It's a perfect square, so you don't have to go in and you know, mess with all these different heights and widths and dimensions. It's just so simple. It's a square. You can't get much easier than that. All right.
That was a lot of the point of this, was to make this very user-friendly, simple. This has to be a real do-it-yourself kind of deal.
And it's incredible. I mean, let's go to the back pane. I just click the back pane, and there's this one here. I have my news RSS feed. If I want to change it to something different, I can change it to something different. It's that simple. It's not complicated. Now, let's go to manage page. And I was playing around with this yesterday, and it's like every time I log in here, I'm finding something new. It's like, wow, where does it stop? And the other thing is how easy it is to use. So here's a bunch of other features. what you do is you select your cube. So I have the SEO Alien Cube. There's a header. There's a default header, for example. I can choose to hide it or show it. You have a logo. Okay, your favicon, which is what appears up in the browser bar up here, your favicon. You upload it, boom, it goes there. It gives you that professional look immediately. You have the footer. Now, I showed you earlier I uploaded my company banner as the footer. And it's really all that simple. You tell the cube size. You can make the cube size smaller if you want. Here's just by clicking a button. Make it extra large, make it extra big. Okay, so this is where I uploaded my logo, the header, if I didn't upload one, the background, which is this big planet with the Jupiter-looking planet in the background. All right, and it's that simple. Now wait, I haven't showed you the best part yet, and yeah, this is unreal. Okay, for what you're going to pay for the cube, there's people out there paying more for text message marketing and email marketing. Okay, forget the cube. Just the text message marketing capabilities of this website. And if I go into tools, and there's some other things here that maybe we'll talk about in a minute that I haven't really explored yet, but you have what's called the network. And if you go to your network, this is where you can import a database of emails, or when somebody emails from the cube, it's automatically stored in here as well. So this is your contact database. If I need to add a new contact, I can add a new contact. And why is this important? Because you can send your cube via text message. You can send your cube via email to anybody in your database.
While you're building your database, if you notice the way this is set up, this looks like a little mini CRM, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
And so you can also then notify them as you update your cube. So if you've got one side of your cube that you're using for various viral campaigns,
correct,
then as you update that, it's a way to keep that list engaged and fresh.
Correct.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I mean, I started looking at this and going, I know people personally that are paying more money for text message marketing and for email marketing than what the cost of the cube is.